Welcome everyone. In this video tutorial, the topic which we are going to discuss is base from the chapter acid, base and salts. In previous tutorial, we have already studied about acids, its reactions, its properties, etc. etc. Now we are going to discuss about base. So the first question which arises is, what is an base? Like acids, bases are also the well-known substances. They can be identified by their bitter taste and soapy touch. We quite often feel the same if some soap enters our mouth perchance while taking bath. Soaps, particularly the washing soaps, have strong or corrosive action on the skin. They contain in them large percentage of sodium hydroxide, also known as caustic soda, and potassium hydroxide, caustic potash. It is quite obvious that just like acid, taste and touch cannot be the criteria to identify a base. Why I am saying this? Suppose you are in possession of a very strong base. Now you are not an idiot who will go and taste it. By putting your finger inside that solution, basic solution, you are going to hazard yourself, and by tasting it you are just going to kill yourself. So we have other methods to find out a base and its properties. So if we go backwards and how it was found, originally the word base was applied to the substances with bitter taste, kadwa. The word base came into use by French chemist Louis Lamry. He used the word as a synonym of Paracelsus, alchemist concept of matrix in alchemy. Well, this is something beyond your reach. Don't go and search for all these words. The thing which you should understand here is he was the first person who regarded base or who started first work on the base and tried to find out its chemistry and trying to find out its power and whatever it is. Another French chemist, Guillaume Francois Rouelle, defined a natural salt as a product of the union of an acid and another substance that acted as a base for the salt. So what Guillaume Francois Rouelle found, or I will say only Rouelle, he found that when a substance which when reacted with acid produce a simple salt is known as base. So this was the first chemical reaction which was found by over the base. So to make sense that the base is a substance that can neutralize the acid by reacting with hydrogen ions. Most bases are minerals that react with acids to form water and salts. Bases include oxides, hydroxides and carbonates of metals. In chemistry, a base is a chemical species that donates electrons, accept protons or release hydroxide. I am repeating again, and you know this from the first chapter, oxidation and reduction reactions. The species that donates electrons, accept protons or release hydroxide ions in aqueous solutions. The soluble bases are called alkalis. Sodium hydroxide is an alkali. Copper second oxide is insoluble in water. So it is a base but not an alkali. Therefore all alkalis are bases, but not all bases are alkalis. Next is Arrhenius concept of base. It is very similar to the Arrhenius concept of acids, but the only difference is in acids we talked about protons, that is H plus ions, and now we will talk about hydroxides, OH negative ions. So same thing, Savanthi Arrhenius in 1887 provided his concept. A base is a hydroxide containing compound which gives free hydroxide ions when dissolved in water. Only when dissolved in water. Or we can say all compounds that either by direct dissociation or by ionization. Some common example of bases are caustic soda, or the proper name is sodium hydroxide, lime water, calcium hydroxide, ammonia water or ammonium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, another name is milk of magnesia, lithium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, and many more. Properties of a base: aqueous solution or molten bases dissociate, hence conduct electricity. Aqueous solution means when it is mixed in water. Molten bases means when they are heated. When they are heated to change their state from solid to liquid, dissociate and conduct electricity. Strong bases and concentrated bases are caustic. They react vigorously with acids and organic matter. A base turns litmus paper blue. A basic solution has a pH higher than 7. Bases have a bitter flavor. Please don't taste them. They have a soapy feel, like a soapy luster. Water soluble bases are called alkalis. Phenolphthalein is a indicator which color is which do not have any color, but it changes to pink color when added to a base, and methyl orange gives yellow color when added to base. This in acids, that strong acids and weak acids. It is similar in bases also. Strong acids and weak base. Strong bases are which completely ionize in water. That is, they dissociate completely in water, and weak are they do not dissociate completely in water. Examples of strong bases are sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, barium hydroxide. Look, what is happening here is KOH, that is potassium hydroxide. When added in water, it dissociates completely into K plus ion and OH negative ion. Hence, it is a strong base. Similarly, when we talk about weak base, look at the example of ammonium hydroxide. When it is added in water, it broke into NH4 plus OH negative. But they doesn't dissociate completely. They ionize to a very small extent in water. That is the reason we call it weak base. Examples are magnesium hydroxide, copper hydroxide, etc. What happens to an acid and base in water solution? This is a very general question. Substances can act as acids or base not because of the presence of H hydrogen atom or OH group. If a substance is acid, it is not because it has a hydrogen in it. If we look at the structure of water, then the formula of water is H2O. Even water has hydrogen in it. Is water an acid? No. That is the reason we do not call any substance which is having H and OH as acid or base, but we call them acid or base when they release either H plus or OH negative ion in aqueous solutions. Important thing here, we do not call any substance an acid or base until they are treated with water. In dry state or anhydrous state, anhydrous means when they have no water molecule present in their salt. In this situation, they do not show any reaction. To understand this, you must try an experiment by yourself. Take a spoon and keep this spoon, normal steel spoon which you have at home, and keep this spoon inside a salt, simple plain salt. uh, take some salt in a, do not take salt inside that any metal bowl, but take it in a plastic bowl. Now keep one spoon inside this salt. Leave this spoon for nearly 2 to 3 days. Nothing will happen on the spoon. But in similar situation, if I add water to this salt and keep this salt, keep this spoon inside this salty water, this spoon will show some degradation. It will change its color. Like you have observed that when you left a spoon inside a pickle jar, it changes its color. This is because any acid or base show their actual reactions only when they are added with water. Common reaction is neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction is a reaction in which an acid reacts with a base to form salt and water. This is the reaction between acid and base. And look at the example here. H, all the salts are dissociated here. What happens here is H plus H positive plus Cl negative reacts with Na positive plus OH negative. What happens here is, because we already know that positive attracts negative and negative attracts positive, what is happening here? H plus is getting attached to OH negative, which is negative, so positive is getting attached to negative, and the leftover, that is Na positive and Cl negative. Because Na is positive and Cl is negative, they will attach together, and hence we will get the required equation. These reactions as well, same thing is happening here, like which we have discussed in the previous slide. All reactions are examples of neutralization of acid and base. You should know here is basically how bases are formed. A base is formed when we add any metal oxide with water. When we add metal oxide with water, it gives a base. So if this is the forward reaction, that is adding metal oxide with water, then there has to be a reverse reaction also. That is, when we heat any base, when we heat a base, what happens is, because of heating, it dissociate, and a water molecule which was inside it is released. Hence, as the water is released, only metal oxide will be left. Now look at the examples. Magnesium hydroxide. What is happening here? MgO plus H2O. NH4OH. Here we are getting, because NH4OH is a quite weak base. So what is happening here is we are getting NH3 and H2O. Some alkalis such as NaOH and KOH melt on heating but do not decompose. Now all bases do not respond to the same thing. So in this situation, when sodium hydroxide is heating, or if you take potassium hydroxide, where basically we call them strong bases. If a strong base is heated, it will not release water from it. It will instead melt from solid to it will change into liquid state. Remember one thing from acid, that every metal react with acid, but in case of base, only certain metals reacts with alkalis, liberating hydrogen gas. Always remember, only certain metals they react with the base to release hydrogen gas. All metals, not all metals liberate hydrogen when warmed with a base or alkali, but others called amphoteric metals may form salts with them. Now here you got one new term, that is amphoteric metals. Amphoteric metals are aluminium, tin, lead, zinc, antimony. Only these are amphoteric metals. These metals react with both acids and base, but when
reacted with base or when warmed with base, they form salt and release hydrogen gas. Look at the examples of NaOH with aluminium and zinc. With oxides of non-metals. The oxides of non-metal are either acidic or neutral. The acidic oxides of non-metal react with bases alkalis to form salt and water. Now we know one thing by our knowledge, that if it is an acid, it will react with base, but if it is neutral, it will never react with base. Now, for example, carbon dioxide is a non-metal oxide. When carbon dioxide is dissolved in water, it produces carbonic acid. Therefore, when a base reacts with non-metal oxides, both neutralize each other, resulting production of salt and water. Look at the reactions. Task you have to do is you have to find some common uses of these bases. Though I have provided some common uses, but still you have to find it by yourself. For few, caustic soda, slaked lime, ammonium hydroxide, aluminium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, sodium carbonate and sodium bicarbonate.